For 25 years, Hodges University has contributed to the richness of Southwest Florida, awarded more than 9,000 degrees, and offered a diverse learning environment to our stakeholders. Our incredible journey from humble beginnings to the institution we are today is the result of the dreams and hard work of all of our wonderful students, faculty, staff, alumni, and friends, represented by these 25 faces, 25 voices of Hodges University.
We're at a good spot right now in Southwest Florida because our economy is growing rapidly. But at the same time, we have to have a world-class workforce and a skilled workforce so that growth can happen and so that companies continue to relocate here in Southwest Florida. So I think Hodges University, here in their 25th year, really fills a niche that's very important because they help us get this world-class workforce that we need for our growth, and it matches the skill sets that these new employers need with the students that are progressing in their career and fills a great need. Also, I think, Hodges University is part of us. I mean, the one thing I've learned since I've been down here for so long is that Hodges University is everywhere. We see Hodges students and graduates everywhere we go. So not only is Hodges and Hodges graduates and students a critical part of the economic growth, it's a huge part of our cultural growth, what we think about each other. And everywhere we go, we see smiling faces from Hodges that are doing important jobs and doing important things for the culture. So I congratulate Hodges, congratulate the students, congratulate the grads. I congratulate the management and the professors at Hodges, and congratulations on 25 years. And I'm looking forward to 25 more great years from this university and adding to our positive future here in South Florida.
Hodges has such a great reputation in this community, and they really do because they continue to find ways to keep reaching out to the community, whether it's for us helping us with space needs, whether it's for us lending people to be models for our students or improving our students. They never say, okay, we're done. It's always, what's the next way we can reach out and help the community? For 2 years now, they have hosted our Entrepreneur Business Plan program, not only provided a space for us to have these important high school competitions, but also continue to provide us other ideas how to improve our business plan fair, having different staff sit in. Next year, we've already talked where they're going to actually have our different teams sit with their folks and actually give the teams further advice after their project has been presented. So we're grateful to have a partner like Hodges University.
Hodges University started as a not-for-profit institution in Southwest Florida, and we were first established to help address the needs that were missing for those students that had tried to go to college in the past but had not succeeded. Our local competitors served those rite of passage students, but we tried to serve more non-traditional students, although we still have those students that come straight from high school. But by providing those student services and providing the guidance that they need to succeed, many students that come to us did not have a good first experience, and they were lost. And I feel like we have helped these students find their path to success. I am in my 25th year of employment, so I am the longest tenured employee at Hodges University. And Hodges University is my second family. And that's the way I feel like we treat all of our students and all of our constituents. Family is someone that you're going to treat respectfully, and you're going to help them in any way possible. We provide great student services and provide that hand-holding that many of our fellow institutions don't provide. But it's a family environment.
I did the MBA program here at Hodges, so I came in as your average student, but the professors really help to get a lot out of you as a student, and you end up being more successful, maybe being an A student instead of a B student if you were previously, because of the personalized attention and the fact that they really do care about their students. I really enjoyed coming to Hodges as a student, and it made me interested in coming to work here as an employee. So, I mean, any place that I can do that for somebody is a good place. As an admissions coordinator, I see people from all different walks of life. In all different situations, we have high school students that are just coming out and looking to start their education, and then we have students coming back to school that have been out of school for a long period of time. And Hodges really is a place that can be for everyone.
When I was an MBA student, there was one professor that inspired me to become a teacher. In the past, I was always in the medical field, and I hadn't really thought about teaching. But he provided an atmosphere and an environment in the classes that was exciting and stimulating, and got me thinking that that might be something that I would like to do. So he provided me with the opportunity to become an adjunct professor, and I decided after a time that I really enjoyed it. And then I looked forward to perhaps making it a total career, and decided to take a full-time job here, working specifically with that professor for quite a while and learning things that I can pass on to other faculty and my students as well. Hodges University, to me, is a family. And I know that sounds a little trite sometimes, but it really is a family. Through the past 23 years that I've been involved at Hodges University, it's been more than just a school to me, and it's been more than just a place to work. We all are committed, all of the faculty and the staff, to enriching the lives of our students, to helping our students achieve something, and to go forward to make a better life. My experiences at Hodges University have definitely changed my life. I think I'm a more compassionate person now. I am certainly more aware of the diversity in our community and more committed to the educational needs of our community as well.
Hodges University means to me is the little engine that could. It started off as International College, a little small college in a shopping center in Naples, Florida. It saw the vision of what could happen here in Southwest Florida in terms of education, in terms of being involved in the community. As the university grew over the years, it never lost touch with the common people, never lost touch with its mission to provide education for people who are already in the working class. Because Hodges is based in South Florida, born and raised in South Florida, Hodges has a unique position of knowing the community in a unique way. And so as Hodges continues to grow, it can be the impetus for higher education, providing qualified people to go into this growing workforce here in Southwest Florida. And along the way, I was so fortunate enough that Hodges found me worthy of naming the student union, the Lee Pitts Student Union. And I think that spoke worlds about Hodges University and where it is in terms of the right side of history, and understanding that we live in a society that is broad, it's diverse, different opinions, different ideas, and Hodges embraces all of that. I'm so pleased to have a close connection to Hodges University. I am so proud of what has happened with Hodges over the years and the reputation that Hodges has in the community. I want to see Hodges continue to grow. I want it to be the leader and continue to be a leader in Southwest Florida in terms of what it provides to the community, not only in the classrooms, but outside of the classrooms.
Hodges' support was constant throughout my educational experience. They didn't just say, well, there's a computer and go sign up. They actually took the time to say, what's your course of study? Well, let's take these courses, and this is how you sign up for them, and here's your receipt. You have a great day. It wasn't just, here's a catalog, pick out something that works for you, and let us know when you're done. Trying to decide which faculty member or students or anything that helped me out as a singular is kind of hard to do, because it was the entire staff. It was the experience with everybody, including my fellow students and the dean and the president and everybody. Hodges University means quality education. It means a commitment to understanding more than just what the books say. They're not just producing people who know how to do things, but they're producing people who like to get involved in the community. The skills that I have and the way I'm able to address problems and obstacles is only attributed to what Hodges University was able to teach me, and it goes a long way in helping me succeed.
I chose to attend Hodges University because I saw a lot of potential in the school. As soon as I walked in, the service from the staff was just amazing. It was very different from other colleges and universities. The staff, the teachers, everybody, they're not just here as, here's your homework or here's this. They're here as friends. They're here to support you when you need to talk to them or when you need just a hand, being able to have a career, being able to provide for the family that I am trying to build.
I knew of Hodges before they bought Black Hawk College. It was a small facility in East Naples off of 41. I liked their story. I liked what they were doing. They were trying to help the adult learner, help people bootstrap and improve themselves, improve their lives, improve their families. I was very impressed with that. We always laughed that I think the facility then had only the second escalator ever in Naples, and that was kind of a chuckle. But they eventually asked me to join the Board of Trustees not too long after that, so it's been the better part of 25 years. International College was Naples. We were here. We grew here, and that gave us a lot of pride, and I think it gave a lot of Naples residents pride too, that this is before Florida Gulf Coast came along, and here comes an institution of higher learning in Naples, started in Naples, has Naples people working here, offering opportunities to Neapolitans, and I think that was a tremendous boost. The pride that you see at graduation when they're getting their degrees is touching. I mean, it's just, there's always a new story that comes up, but there's families there. There's cheering and screaming at the graduation because a lot of these people getting their degrees and their diplomas have families already. And there they go. They come to Hodges and after work and after jobs. And that's what I see as the opportunity for the Naples and Fort Myers community, for people to improve their lot in life. This has just been very, very rewarding.
The first time I walked into Hodges University, it was called International College. And it was a small building and only a few people, but they made me feel real welcome and comfortable. And I knew from that moment on that that's where I wanted to go to school. I know so many people that have benefited from an education at Hodges. I'm very happy with my degree, which has opened a lot of doors for me. It is amazing for me to see how much Hodges University has grown and its impact in the community. I am so proud to be an alum.
I think one of the greatest benefits that Hodges has is their personalized service, the way they make everyone that's coming into the college feel welcome. Going back as an adult learner for me, I was very apprehensive to enter into a college setting, and everyone here made me feel very welcome. And now that I'm an admissions coordinator, I get to do that for others, and that's a great feeling. One of the achievements that I would say that I'm probably the most proud of is the fact that I did finish and earn my degree. I was one of the first ones in my family to actually earn my degree, so that made me feel good, and it felt like I was a real role model for my children. I'd just like to say that I'm very proud to be a Hodges graduate. Very happy with my decision to go with Hodges.
I became involved with Hodges in 1997 when I moved from another institution to Florida. I was first hired as an adjunct professor, later full professor, and have moved up the chain, as it were. I'm now the dean of the School of Liberal Studies. One of the advantages of being at Hodges University, which is a not-for-profit institution, is that we can easily change to adapt to the needs of the community. So, for example, we now work very closely with quite a number of employers in the community, and we try to adapt the courses and the offerings that we have at Hodges to suit their needs. When I think of Hodges University, I think of opportunity. This is a place that provides opportunity for anyone who has a dream. If you can dream it and you're willing to work, Hodges will meet you more than halfway to help you achieve that dream.
I feel that I really met some amazing instructors that were very instrumental, and I feel that many of them really went above and beyond by coaching me and mentoring and ensuring that I had the proper support through the years. What I find very rewarding now is that I can come back to Hodges and I see many of these fine instructors that are still around after so many years since I met them in 1995.
The biggest challenge was that I had a balancing act between my family life. I had a full-time job, and now it's going to introduce a full-time agenda for school. So through my involvement, though, I had a really good sense of relief that many of the students really were facing the same challenges. So this really gave me a great sense of belonging and encouragement to keep going and find that drive through the years. So this is what I feel is the most valuable thing that I've gained. And after graduating, I've also feel that I have had some great accomplishments, not only because of the education that I obtained through Hodges, but also because of the lifelong friendships that I developed.
I was a charter member and vice chair of the Fort Myers President's Council that was established in 2004. And the President's Council was created to build awareness of Hodges University through relationships between the business and community leaders. By offering career-oriented degrees, Hodges University is graduating students with skills that can have an immediate impact in our local workforce. As a supporter of Hodges University, it's been personally rewarding to see Hodges University become part of the fabric of the community over the past 25 years. But personally for me, the most rewarding experience is seeing the difference that it's made in the lives of its students, making their lives better and making life better for their families as well.
I chose Hodges University because I find the schedule and the times for each class were more compatible to my lifestyle and my full-time job. One of the great challenges was juggling a full-time job and being a full-time parent. And again, Hodges steps in and just makes online classes that much easier and really drove home the point that you can continue education online. The greatest benefit Hodges has provided me was actually finishing college. I would just recommend that everyone go to college, continue their education. It gives you a new lease on life, and it also gives you options. You create your own future.
Like all milestones, 25 years is a wonderful milestone for Hodges University. It speaks to its longevity, it speaks to its historical commitment to our community, it speaks to its ability to meet the needs of our citizens, our students, our faculty and staff. Hodges University has been very successful because it's put the students at the core of its mission, and will continue to do that for the next 25 years.
I chose Hodges because the business program. I am a double major in marketing and branding and also in management, and so I met with a counselor here and just fell in love with the program. I got invited to go to the humanitarian luncheon, so I got to meet a lot of the Hodges founders and actually Thelma Hodges herself, so that was a big deal for me. The greatest benefit Hodges University has provided for me is confidence. They've taught you self-confidence, and you're confident as a business person, as a person in general, and as a student.
For me, the biggest challenge of moving through the MBA program at Hodges was managing my time. I'm a professional person, and I work 50 hours or so during the whole process. I also have 2 kids, 2 dogs, husband, and the whole gamut of responsibilities outside of school. And so the challenges for me were just trying to take 1 week at a time and make my goals for the week and focus on that and not be overwhelmed by the bigger picture of what I had to accomplish in the next 2 years. And ultimately, I was able to do that because the programs are really well organized. I evolved in my thinking so much from the standpoint of being able to really support where I was going with an idea at work or a project or a decision with actual facts and backup information. The way the professors here, especially online, would take the question and push back in a way that forced students to really look up the answer and to do their research. You couldn't give a lazy answer here. And I appreciated that because it taught me through that process to back up my ideas with facts. And at the end of the day, that affects everything in business. You don't want to make a decision without that really strong foundation of the knowledge that you need to make sure it's the right choice.
One of the greatest benefits that I feel that Hodges has provided me in my time here is confidence. I've worked in the construction industry since I was 14 years old, and recently in my career, I had my confidence shattered. Coming back to school, my wife pushing me into going back to school and meeting people at Hodges and being successful and excelling in my studies has given me confidence. The confidence to go out and lead. I lead the Tech Society and I lead as a volunteer in the community. And because of that, I build on the confidence that I've gained, and I continue to build and snowball that confidence. After Hodges, I feel like I have my whole life ahead of me. Even though I'm an adult learner, I still have my whole life ahead of me. I can take my degree in networking and go anywhere in the country.
The support that I got from Hodges University and the faculty there was amazing. All of the professors, Dr. Nussi, Dr. Hoffman, they really took into consideration the fact that not only did I have a family, but I worked full time, and they accommodated kind of my learning style in each of the classes and some of the difficulties. I was on call at work, so there were some times where I had to show up a little bit late, and they always accommodated that. And one of the other things is I thought when I went into the program that I was pretty accomplished, and I had a pretty high opinion of myself. And there was a lot of things that I was missing. There was a lot of things that, my writing skills weren't as good as I thought they were. My research skills were definitely not as good as I thought they were. And as you sort of realize that thing, it sort of becomes daunting. You're like, whoa, I thought I can handle this. I thought doing a research paper would be, a piece of cake. And when it turns out not to be the case, if you don't have a good professor that supports you and can sort of get you to figure it out the right way, it becomes really hard. And like I said, especially when you're working, 60 hours a week, which I was at the time. Receiving the Founders Award from Hodges University, for me, was one of the biggest honors I've ever had. I hope I'm getting across how much I truly love the faculty and the university itself, and for them to turn around and award me with this because of the work that I do in the community, it's almost hard to explain how much it meant to me. Hodges University provides a very excellent and kind of diverse atmosphere for professionals in the field. We had students there, and one of them was in her mid-60s, and another one was just 21, and it's sort of like, you can have a wonderful learning experience whether you're at the beginning of your career, switching careers, or, just thinking about adding on to your career already. So it's a wonderfully kind of diverse and interesting group of people that you're going to see there.
I'm a professor here in the Johnson School of Business. I've been here a little over 15 years. Actually, this starts my 16th year. Primarily teach marketing courses, although one of the courses I've taught over virtually all of those years is Introduction to Business, which I very much enjoy because very oftentimes I have the pleasure of meeting a student when they first get here, and then some years later, if I have them 3,000 level, 4,000 level, or in some cases at the MBA 6,000 level, I see that same student again all those years later. So I really enjoy the fact that I see them over that long process. Hodges was very significant in my life. It came at a point to me when I was turning 50, having something of a 50 crisis. What am I going to do with the rest of my life? I was an investment advisor and really wanted to make a change, wanted to do something meaningful in my life. I began as a high school shop teacher, wood shop and graphics, and it gave me the opportunity to, at a later point in my life, in effect, finish my career as a teacher. And as such, what it represents to me is full circle, but it really provided me with an opportunity to finish my working career doing something I wanted to do the way I wanted to do it. And that was very important to me.
I choose Hodges because it provides many opportunities to students and has great programs. For example, the ESL program, I started here to learn English first, and then they encouraged me and inspired me to continue my study and get a degree. And thanks for Hodges. I'm here, I'm happy now.
My entire life, I've always wanted to complete college and have my degree, and I just didn't have time for it. I was busy raising my daughter, and now she's grown and out on her own, and this is my chance to fulfill that dream. And I'm so glad that I chose Hodges. All of the teachers at Hodges have made an impact on me. Every single one of them has been just outstanding. I couldn't have had a better support system than all my teachers here. They've been wonderful. Hodges has provided me with an excellent education. I feel as if I'm going to be thoroughly prepared when I go out into the workforce.
What it means to me, one word, wow. I did it. I made it. Growing up, I went to college and attempted to graduate in a particular field and was unsuccessful twice. And to be able to come back at my age, a parent, student, and my children are in college at the time. So we went together accomplishing our goals, and they supported me throughout the whole process, and then attending college here at Hodges particularly. Each professor in their own unique way has a special style that I could relate to. I'm the product for Hodges University because at one time I was at my lowest and they picked me up. They just allowed me to blossom. I could call whenever I had a question. I could shoot an email. They would call me back, and I'm going, wow, it's 10 o'clock at night, and they're calling me back. And this is the relationship that I needed to get where I am now. And I'm a proud student and proud graduate of Hodges University. But Hodges was there every step of the way. And for this, I say thank you.
My involvement with Hodges University started in 1991 when I became president of then International College. Hodges University has been a family to me, and you love your family, so it's been my life. It was a career, but it was more than a career. It was my vocation and my avocation became one and the same. I would like to wish Hodges University, the faculty, the staff, students, the Board of Trustees, and all the employer partners that we had out there, I'd like to add my congratulations on the 25th anniversary and have another successful 25 ahead of you.
With all the changes that have occurred at Hodges University over the last 25 years, we are most proud of the ones that have not changed. Our commitment to providing superior learning experiences and top quality personal attention that enable our students to reach their educational goals that help them succeed in the competitive workplace. We are equally as proud of our Southwest Florida roots and grateful for the community support that we have received throughout the years. With the help of our faculty, staff, alumni, and friends, Hodges University will continue to offer our distinctive, transformational, learner-driven education for the next 25 years and beyond.